Welcome back, everybody. Are we about to see thousands of layoffs in 2025? Job cuts are expected to continue this year following waves of reductions last year. Companies across the United States are seeking to cut costs due to economic reasons as well as due to technological changes, technological advances that are rapidly developing and changing the labor force. If employers continue to cut jobs at the same pace as they did last year in 2024, and borrowing costs remain high, which if you watched my video yesterday, you would know borrowing costs are expected to remain high following the latest economic data. So we might see yet another spike in layoffs this year. Industries such as technology, aviation, and retail were hit by significant job cuts last year, with more reductions likely on the horizon. You may say, well, wait a minute, what about this amazing jobs report that showed 100,000 jobs added in December alone? What about that? Well, as I said before, I would take that with a grain of salt, and I would actually wait for the next downward revision. It is coming, it's just around the corner, and I will explain that in just a minute. With the new incoming administration, we don't really know yet how policies might change. But it does seem that the Federal Reserve is leaning towards a tighter monetary policy moving forward. So higher interest rates are likely to put more pressure on private businesses since their borrowing costs will remain high as inflationary pressures continue to affect consumers. So that is not a good scenario at all. First, let's walk through the background to help you understand the concerns, the issues that existed as of January 1st as the new year began. So according to a report that was released by consulting firm Challenger, Gray & Christmas in the beginning of 2024, and this is very important. So they said that in the beginning of 2024, US-based employers announced plans to hire nearly 770,000 workers. That is a very, very low number. And that marked the lowest annual level since 2015. As we came to find out 12 months later, even that low estimate was far more ambitious as high interest rates, economic slowdown, and rising inflation put so much pressure on the private sector, on private businesses, that they had to actually cut jobs to decrease their expenses to improve their margin instead of adding more employees to their payrolls. So 2025 is not starting well due to these challenges that have already accumulated. The trend very much resembles a snowball effect, in my opinion. November 2024, for example, saw nearly 58,000 job cuts in a single month, and that number represents nearly 3.8% increase compared to October. So month over month, we've got a 3.8% increase. The technology sector led the way with 430,000 people affected throughout 2024. The following month, as of December, US-based employers announced 39,000 job cuts in December alone. And of course, that's only going to continue. With that being said, it is quite clear that the trend is likely to continue and more US employees will lose their jobs over the coming months. There are several main drivers to be aware of here. We are going to cover two top reasons in this video. First and foremost, it is AI. We have to talk about AI. Artificial intelligence will continue to replace low-skilled jobs and reshape the labor market. Research conducted by Resume Templates in August of 2024 found that 3 in 10 companies replaced workers with AI last year. This is already happening, and this trend is expected to grow, to continue in 2025, with 38% of firms using AI likely to automate roles. If you're young and if you're just starting your career, if you're not sure what you want to do, I would highly, highly recommend that you do quite a bit of research in order to make a wise choice and consider whether your choice is something that can be replaced within the next couple of years. Some believe that AI might replace as many as 41% of all jobs in the next 5 years. Not many occupations are safe as AI continues to evolve and improve. For example, even the banking sector is at risk. Bloomberg Intelligence predicts that global banks may cut as many as 200,000 jobs over the next 3 to 5 years due to AI encroachment on roles like data entry and compliance. Even Wall Street, which I find very, very surprising, is not safe. There are forecasts that AI could cost a couple 100,000 jobs there as well. In fact, there are predictions that by 2025, AI will replace many full-time careers in general across the board. Forbes also writes that replacing jobs with AI will actually increase reliance on gig employment and freelancers, which, as we know very well, it offers very little stability, and you can't really plan ahead if your job, if your income is not predictable, right? If it's a gig economy, it depends on demand. So not great news for employees, while big companies, big employers are definitely on track to save a considerable chunk of money by replacing humans with AI. If you're wondering what jobs AI might replace first, the first ones are likely going to be data entry roles, customer service, manufacturing and assembly line jobs. Although I think in the United States, this will require considerable investments in the infrastructure, so it is unlikely to happen anytime soon. Also, jobs in basic analytics and retail-related jobs will probably be first on the line. Now, let's move on to the second reason behind the possibility of a surge in layoffs this year. The second reason that I will discuss in this video that may drive job cuts is the need to address issues in tech industry and also in related fields that may be either horizontally or vertically integrated with the tech industry. Companies such as Dropbox, Google, and IBM have previously announced job cuts related to AI. Tech jobs in big data, in fintech, and AI are expected to double by 2030, and this is according to a survey conducted by none other than WEF, World Economic Forum, our good old friend. Now, during 2024, technology companies led the increase in layoffs. In fact, they started to lay off employees en masse back in 2022, and as you may know, that trend just never stopped because the underlying causes, the underlying issues have not been addressed. For example, here is a list of all US-based tech companies that decreased their labor force. As you can see, it is a long list, and in the third column to your left, the percentage of layoffs range from 10% to 100% of employees. In 2025, as tech companies continue to cut costs and to restructure, they will choose to decrease their payroll expenses, so more layoffs are to follow. On the list of companies expected to move forward with more job cuts already are Microsoft and BlackRock. So what are your thoughts on the progress made by AI and it replacing employees across multiple industries? Let us know what you think in the comments below. As always, I would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching today's video. I appreciate you joining me. Remember to show your support. It truly goes a long way. Like, subscribe, and share. And be sure to check out my social platforms linked in the description below. And I will see you back here soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.